The neon sign for WKRT flickers outside, casting long, lonely shadows across the parking lot. It's midnight, the witching hour in a town that's already been asleep for hours. For me, Evan, it's just another Tuesday. Another late shift at the only radio station, small enough to still have a graveyard slot. The air is thick with the scent of old paper, ozone from the humming equipment, and stale coffee. Just me, the smooth jazz spinning on the turntable, and the occasional weather update for the truckers and insomniacs out there listening. It's a comfortable silence, one I've grown to love. You get used to the quiet hum of the universe out here. Tonight, though, the universe decided to hum a different tune. I was in the middle of a long instrumental track, tweaking the old broadcast console. The needles were dancing, everything looked normal. But then, a wave of static washed over the speakers, drowning out the saxophone. I fiddled with the frequency knob, trying to clear it up. That's when I heard it. A whisper, thin and reedy, like a voice carried on a winter wind. It cut through the static, clear as a bell, for just a second. And it said my name. Evan. My blood ran cold. I spun around in my chair, expecting to see someone standing in the doorway. Maybe one of the guys from the morning show playing a prank. But the studio was empty. The only light was the warm glow from the console and the dim hallway light spilling under the door. I grabbed the headset, my heart pounding against my ribs. Hello? Who's there? I spoke into the mic, my voice a little shaky. Nothing but the crackle of empty airwaves answered back. I checked the phone lines next. The on-air light was off, of course. I hadn't taken a call all night. I leaned over to check the call log on the ancient computer monitor. The green text glowing in the dark. The screen was blank. No incoming calls. Not for the last 3 hours. My hands started to feel clammy. This wasn't a prank. Pranks need a prankster, a phone call, some kind of connection to the outside world. I walked over to the main phone jack on the wall, my footsteps echoing in the silence. My stomach dropped. The phone line wasn't even plugged in. The cord was coiled neatly on the floor, right where I'd left it after the cleaners came through this morning. It hadn't been connected all day. So, how? How did a voice that knew my name, come through my speakers? It didn't come through a phone. It didn't come from inside the studio. And it certainly wasn't part of the jazz record. It came from the static itself, from the empty space between stations. It felt like the night itself had whispered to me, standing there, alone in the dead of night, with a disconnected phone line and a voice in the static. I realized my quiet, predictable world had just been shattered, and I had a terrifying feeling that whoever or whatever had called my name wasn't finished talking. The night was no longer empty. It was listening. Thanks for joining me on this eerie journey. If you got chills, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Stay safe out there and check your frequencies. You never know who might be trying to reach you.